Hello everyone, it's a happy new month to you. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Alaja, Nima Akasha Zibiri.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Traffic.
Let me just...
Whenever you meet Colin, we know that there's traffic.
Okay, so it is a statement of fact and it's bad, terrible. But let me shout out to Mr. Peter Emmanuel and the entire LASMA force in the Festac and Amu Odofin area. Thank you so much. Because they practically lifted my car out of that traffic. I would have slept there till 11 p.m. on Tuesday. And same this morning. I got to comfortable. And so let me shout out to the governor of Lagos State. I didn't expect that they would have done Kirikiri and Papa enter inwards. But there's still a part of the road from Bega to the Maituoke end that should be finished. But I was shocked because there's those places where you get there, you have rocks, not granite. We have rocks that we climb.
Right.
We climb, we come down, your bump will go down, your shocks will shake. And I got there this morning and I turned like this and I was going like,
so there's a lot of road construction across the state. It is very uncomfortable because it's caused major traffic, road blockades around the road, around Lagos. But we know that there is work going on. So how do we like? Is it we should say they should not do the work? They
have to do the work. They have to be inconvenienced for a period. It's just for a season. I mean, the time they locked down the 3rd Milan Beach, it's open now. So it's open.
Proper management. So they announced on Tuesday that they will start the Maza Signal Barracks end of the road. You know that casting that they're doing to pilage to help during flood, and they will start it. You would expect that it will be smooth in and out, and you will not allow trucks park. You will not, you clear and make sure that there's proper management.
Anyways, let me move to how you guys doing. How is Tokwe doing?
Tokwe is grateful. Grateful to God for life. Grateful to God for my children. Grateful to God for work. Just really, really grateful. And I'm sort of like, Mariah started this year saying, I'm investing. You're toning down, but I believe that you're still within that consciousness, and I'm also embracing that same line of action.
I'm not toning down, no. I'm investing in other ways. There are other things I'm investing in.
So, so for me, it was more like, don't show people the way without you following the path. So don't be the one saying, hey, come and invest, but you are not investing. Come and buy land, but you don't own land, a land there. So it now makes it look like I don't have cash flow because I am practicing what I'm preaching. But I'm grateful.
I know how that feels, trust me, because one of my girlfriends called me and said, Mariel, let's go to Dubai, let's plan something. So I would love to, but this is my year of investment. Everything, every kobo I have right now, I am putting it away. I'm not spending anything on myself this year. It's all investing.
I've not seen those groups that say, we'll borrow you money for a vacation.
But you will not borrow money for business.
No.
But you borrow money for vacation.
I should go and do holiday on somebody's bill.
How are you doing, Mariam?
I'm fine, thank you. The family received really sad, shocking news yesterday. We lost a family member, so that is really something that's affected, yes, and my husband as well. And then I just wanted to say, on my way to work today, I noticed that like one of these tankers had upended most of his sand or clay on the road, and the cleaners were cleaning with their backs almost to traffic, and it really, it really hurt my heart to see these women, trying to clear the road. Yes, thankfully there was a LASMA official there trying to make sure that they were controlling traffic. But I just thought, wouldn't it be better if we got technology in such a way that these women, because we also have the conversation where when there's technology, people will lose their jobs, but they have these women learn how to drive these trucks or learn what to do with it computer-wise or something. Then just have these women bending down with their backs towards traffic. It was scary today, but at least they're doing their job, so well done for that. But we need to find a better, safer way for them to be able to do their jobs.
Okay, so I think we're going to go on a break, but
how you doing?
I had some big news for you guys. I was going to share it on TV. I had myself and a friend of mine had a conversation, and she said that she would like me to be her surrogate.
Yay!
So I've agreed.
Yay!
To be her surrogate. I thought you guys would be excited for me.
I know you've been talking about this for a long time, so I was not sure.
I have because pregnancy looks good on me. You know how I look. You know how good I look during pregnancy. So just in case you see me pregnant, it's not my own baby. I'm carrying it for somebody else. I'm being a surrogate for a friend.
Well done, Mariah.
Thank you.
So I'm looking at you.
Are you looking at me like that?
So you're welcome to be excited. Let's move. Yeah.
Be excited for me now.
I mean, it's an amazing thing. A lot of people don't know that it can be done.
Mr. Brown first.
Of course, break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Right, let's start with The Nation. Buni-led caretaker tenure, APC chairman under pressure. U.S. reports no evidence of massacre at Lekki toll gate. Nasarawa governor backs power shift to south. Ekiti monarchs to Fayemi, we reject ranching. Gunmen attack Soludo, abduct commissioner. Ebonyi herdsmen attack, death toll rises to 25. We took that story yesterday. Okay, which story are we taking?
No evidence.
Okay, the US report, yeah.
So the United States Department of State has said that there's no verifiable evidence on the killings during the EndSARS. We remember the massacre that was reported. They said that, yes, the cable network took the story. They showed that there were protesters, peaceful protesters, and some were arrested in different states across Nigeria, but that there is no concrete or verifiable evidence to show the massacre that was reported. So that's one. But also the British High Commissioner to Nigeria has also said that the UK is really worried about the insecurity in our country, that's in Nigeria, and that our insecurity is their insecurity, and that the UK has helped and is helping even right now in helping us, supporting us in our fight against terrorism. Mentioned the Northeast with the kidnapping, the banditry, you know, herders, farmers clashes, just so many things that's happening almost all at once across Nigeria. And that he says Nigeria also needs to be specific with the sort of support that they're asking or they need from the UK. But right now they're helping with training, they're also helping with how to handle explosives in Nigeria. So,
okay, so I was going to take a story. Nasarawa State Governor was backing the power shift to south, and he was speaking this at was saying this yesterday in Nasarawa State alongside other governors. But interestingly, he just said if the right thing to do is to shift the power back to south, but he wasn't specific. See, south is divided into 3 places. So when these people come up with this rhetoric and say, oh, power should come down south, please be specific. Is it south? We understand, but let us, a lot of them have said that. But south is still kind of vague. Broad. Tell us, is it southwest, southeast, south? Let us be specific so that we know where you stand. Don't just say power should shift down south. For us, that's not enough. That's not going to carry headline. Moving on to The Punch. PDP others carpet FG as US alleges massive graft in Buhari regime. 30 dead cows get mass burial. Ondo health workers monitor markets. Soludo whereabouts unknown. 3 policemen killed as gunmen attack summit. I can't demand 7 billion naira bribe when I left 75 billion naira in office. That's Peter Obi. I wish I read that story. UK agency finds Oyakilome's TV 65.6 million naira over COVID-19 misinformation. Service chiefs delaying defense, vaccine supplementary spending, says FG. And doctor strike begins. NARD meets National Assembly over unpaid allowances. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, the service chiefs.
Yes.
The Minister for Finance was addressing fake meeting yesterday, saying that, yes, you know, in the face of everything, they're wondering why they've not budgeted for that, saying that the report expected to inform what will be budgeted has not come from the service chiefs.
Yes.
And so the delay is from them.
Okay, which other story? Soludo?
So I took the Soludo story.
Yes,
so he, yesterday, he was at a meeting in, I didn't take a picture of the story. So he was at a meeting, he's running for governor. And then he was a meeting where there was like a Q&A with the youth of his community. And then these gunmen bombarded the place. They shot at his 3 police aides that were with him and killed them. As of the time of this report, they said the whereabouts of Soludo is unknown. And I think the commissioner as well, they said he was whisked away. So as of right now, that is the story. But it's shocking because it was also during the day. It wasn't something that was done hidden. People walk into a situation like that, a man of his caliber, at a gathering where there are people, that someone can come and take this out. And of course, yes, the police aides that were with him. So the thing is this really all about politics? Is this the terrorism we're talking about? Is this the kidnapping, banditry we're talking about? Or that criminals have become so bold that they can walk in anywhere, carry out a crime, and just go away? I do hope that they catch them and prosecute them.
Yes, because he has a political ambition and he's campaigning. And his life, they could have ended his life.
The start to it is very political.
Let me take this story from Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, was saying that because he was being accused for collecting 7 billion naira to install Governor Obiano. And he's saying that he left 75 billion naira in the coffers of the state government before he left. There's no way that in the past 7 years, since he left office, he has not collected anything, even a sachet of pure water. He has not collected from the government, and he will still continue to do his duties and give out to schools. But he has not gotten. Why would they want to tarnish? Peter, please, Peter, our shining light.
Please, now let's get evidence from both sides. Remember what we said about defending and not defending.
Yes, so we're not defending anymore. That's true.
Let's all get the facts right.
The story about traffic. Security agents in Lagos
last month, body cam now. Yes, that's right. I have that story. Did you read that story? I actually have it.
I love the fact they said yesterday they are to resume training for those agencies and their personnel now who will go around with the body cam. I saw the pictures of them donning the body cam on the news, and I felt proud because a lot of times,
what we were asking for the
and it's also for their own good. So
for their safety,
when they're wearing it, when they're on duty, that they take it off. Because you know, in Nigeria, we might want to cut corners. I think it's also very good for them. We've seen them being attacked. We've seen them being killed on duty.
And it's also for the good of the commuters as well, who have also accused them of, indiscriminately either abusing them or something like that. So good for both parties.
Let's go on a quick break. We'll come back, continue the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Right, thanks for staying with us. Let's continue with Daily Sun. Agony, anxiety as doctors begin strike. Security challenge can't be fixed without state police, says Makinde Alaafin and Olubadan. Umahi imposes curfew as fears pervade Ebonyi communities after massacre. Killers of Catholic priests will be arrested, says Otom. Army boss hails soldiers handling of IPOB matters, and Anambra Guba, PDP extends sales of form, rakes in 234 million from 14 aspirants. Yes.
So our doctors finally kicked off the strike that they, had given an ultimatum for today, and their members are to, effect it immediately. And some members are representing them also, speaking with the National Assembly on the issues that they outlined. The major, most outstanding issue for me is the payment of insurance and allowances to the dead members who died in the midst of this pandemic. If nothing at all out of that, their demands are met, that one they should even first of all take it away, because it reeks of insensitivity on the part of government. But they finally did it. That chairperson is saying government has been insincere because they've signed what they called memorandum of settlement over and over and over with the government, and they feel that government is deliberately not attending to them but paying lip service to their demands. So they're going on strike.
All right, which of that story?
Governor Umahi of Ebonyi State. Remember we took the story of how allegedly some herdsmen had killed over 15, some people say 16 people in some of the communities in Ebonyi Ishelu local government, to be specific. So the governor has gone ahead to impose a curfew on one of the community that was, attacked. And he says this is just to help, tamper down, of course, anxiety and all the emotions concerning it. And also military and police personnel have been asked to man all entry and exit points, you know, in and out of these communities and also in the bushes. And he has given warnings to all miscreants and hoodlums to leave the bushes, and also warning those who like to raise false alarm and incite people, you know, and then in doing that also affect the intelligence that police and security operatives are trying to get in order to find these alleged herdsmen. There's also a report that a phone of one of the killers was found. So the hope is that with that you are able to trace who these people are and the sponsors are. The governor had said, you know, that they had some idea of who the sponsors may be. So we think maybe it has to do with this phone that was found. Right. Although there's some Igbo group that's saying that the governor, since he became governor, the Ebonyi State has been more porous than usual. You know, it's been since the last time they had such issues was since the Civil War, and it just seems that whatever tears they call his tears and his anguish and his sadness that he displays as being crocodile tears. So
I forgot one important story. Well, I'll let you take that story. But the picture story in Daily Sun is important that we acknowledge the female soldiers during the inauguration of gender policy for armed forces of Nigeria in Abuja. They look so graceful and smart, and you know, I mean, these women are just amazing. I just wish I could, there was a story, it was a real story of them.
About them.
Yes, go ahead, Tope. Yeah.
Something the story of Oyo State, a meeting took place between Governor Makinde of Oyo State, the Alaafin of Oyo, Obalamidi Olaiwola Adeyemi III, and also Olubado of Ibadan, Olubado of Ibadan. So there was a meeting between them talking about the insecurity. The governor spoke about the importance of the fact of security as one of the 4 pillars of his government, and instead of preferring solution. In this meeting, they had the commissioner of the police, they had the garrison head stationed within Oyo State, they had Brigadier General Lusoji Ogbasuba, Division 2 commander. It was a meeting between security operatives, the Obas, within Oyo State. And the solution they sort of allude to from the Oba Olubado was that the issues that cause insecurity is because Nigeria's system is sort of unitary instead of proper federalism, and that some people just feel entitled, and until we have true federalism, we cannot have peace. And that he was complaining that the Obas are the ones that are bearing the brunt of these issues, because they are the ones who see their citizens being raped and their members of their community being killed, and that nothing is being done concerning it. So. Okay,
I mean, it's just reiterating what everybody is saying. So there's nothing new. Everybody's talking about restructuring. Okay, moving on now to Vanguard. Insecurity in Nigeria struggling, needs help, says UK envoy. Worsening Apapa gridlock, motorists seek military intervention. That was the last time they went to Lekki. I beg, hey, call military, please.
I'm worried.
Let us not be calling military. Ebonyi massacre, fight back with vigilantes. Bua grows after-tax profits by 19.4% to 92.3 billion. 3 policemen killed as gunmen attack ex-CBN Governor Soludo in Anambra. And Nigeria expects 70 million Johnson & Johnson vaccine doses through Africa Union. Right. Which story are we taking?
Apapa.
Apapa, yes.
So the Maritime Workers Union are saying that they will soon start calling up the names of those who are sabotaging the economy. I'm saying,
why are these soon
you know them, I not tell us. Because we will see what is happening. So the tankers, you know, they're threatening they will go on strike. Sort of initiated that strike on Tuesday evening. Unprepared to anybody. We all just got stuck from second inwards Apapa, from Amodofin to Doba into Apapa, down the road, all the way to Alakija, blocked. There was nothing to prepare anybody. And, you know, I was thinking maybe there will be a way out, and I kept driving deeper and deeper into the traffic before I made that call, and they were able to tell me no way, there's no going forward. Now, maritime workers are saying they know the people who are behind the difficulties. List them already, so that maybe the MPA will be calling, or you know, other people. And the residents who suffer this are asking for military intervention. We've always resorted to that on that area, and that's how the corruption got rife. It is those in uniform who usually demand the 100 and something thousand.
But currently they said that yesterday I took this story and the statement by tank drivers, RTE, and was that they've turned them into ATM machines. That when they fail to,
No,
he said the system. Yes,
I remember this particular officer who saw the traffic all the way, and you know, there was a bypass that I needed to do, and he held me, and he pointed a gun. I said, "Oga, you cannot see the situation. It is how to get out of it." He said, "Madam, this small state is the one way." I said, "Oga, this situation, what's the solution you have?" He said, "No, I have to drive into that traffic and remain there." I said, "Till tomorrow morning." I said, "You better shoot that gun." His name was Taribo. He's attached to no, I'm serious. I looked at his shirt.
I'm
alone in my car. You're asking me a traffic that will not abate in another 5 hours. I should get into it. I said, it's not possible. I drove out of that traffic and I came back to Doba, trying to get into the middle lane, and you're sending me back to it.
But let's just
he wanted money. That's what he wanted.
Sure.
Please don't say shoot that gun again.
It's frustrating.
No, we go to about somebody. I wasn't going to go. Oh, okay.
We have learned our lesson.
Frustrated.
I
get all the time. So I would say it to him again and again. You see that gun, you just cock, you fire it.
See, when they fire, the person has fired though.
But that's what we get to.
Let's take a bit of good news for women in Kwara State. The Aliko Dangote Foundation has given 16,000 women across 16 local governments within Kwara State 10,000 naira each. I sort of like that Aliko Dangote Foundation is trying to do something to sort of alleviate poverty, but giving people money isn't really, it's a good thing, but it wouldn't solve the problem. It wouldn't solve the economic problem and the lack of knowledge problem. And so we need to find a way to empower these women beyond just giving them.
We need to be more holistic. There are many other people who are doing this sort of poverty alleviation schemes, and the Dangote Foundation does a lot of work.
So I read
in telling the story, let's not make it like, oh, they didn't really think it through.
No.
We appreciate the.
Somebody was saying, I read a report. Somebody was saying that before we give out money to poor people, which is a great thing, it's a great initiative, but the government must facilitate structures like power. Electricity will help that woman who's got 10,000 naira to start a business cost effectively. Roads are great. She can transport the goods. So, but if you give 10,000 naira to somebody who they don't have light, she cannot produce. Maybe it is kunu she wants to produce. She doesn't even know what to do. Sometimes she just with children. It will only meet her immediate needs. It will make her immediate needs.
If you give 10 people that amount who have hungry children, they don't know what to do with the money. They don't have any business.
So imagine you go to a poor community, provide electricity for them, running water, make sure that the road leading to that community gets to the highway. You do that, you now fund them money. You've created an environment for economy to grow in that community. Okay, let's final paper. I think Daily Trust. There's a story we've not taken. Let me find any story we've not taken. Assault, police probe CCT boss as lawyers plan suit. Daily Trust. After collecting 5 million naira ransom, kidnappers of cleric Cleveland to dump 4 corpses. Really, really sad. Gunmen attacks Soludo, we talked about that. Any other story?
Yes.
Okay, so the major headline. Which one?
Police probe.
FG recovers money.
Okay, you have that story. FG recovers 49.7 billion naira or 5.2 trillion naira debt. Okay. Let's take that 2 stories.
Anyway, the police probe CCT boss. We took the story yesterday of how his name, the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Justice Nladi Umar, and we saw the viral video where he allegedly, I guess at this point, assaulted a security operative that was trying to stop him from parking. Anyways, he said that he has a lawyer now, and that's the boy, the security person that was involved, and his name is Clement Sagwak. That's this person. He has a lawyer, and the lawyer is also saying that so many other lawyers are interested, civil society organizations are interested in filing a suit against the CCT boss. And the CCT boss had also made a complaint at the police station as well. And so very soon we'll hear how this pans out. But it doesn't look good for
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we move on to bringing our guests from VBank, or VFD Microfinance Bank. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So joining us on the show is a Senior Product Manager, VBank, a product of VFD Microfinance Bank, Iberi Ahautu. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
Please give us a background on VBanking.
Okay, so VBank is your all-in-one digital banking solution that allows you to perform all the banking transactions that would have carried you to the banking hall on a normal day. You can now do these things on your phone and by yourself at your convenience at any given time. So we've been able to build in all the services and features, all the cool features that usually take you away from your home and your place of convenience to go to the banking hall to perform transactions. This has been delivered to you by VBank on your mobile device.
So is it VBank or VFT? What does the V there stands for?
So it's VBank from VFD Microfinance Bank. So VBank is a digital app offered by VFD Microfinance Bank.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, so most people already have banks and they have banking apps. In what way is this different? Is it better? In what way is it different from what people already have?
Okay, so like I said a bit of it earlier, VBank offers you a wholesome all-in-one experience. You know, if you look at most of the banking solutions out there from fintechs or from other banks, they offer disjointed services whereby it's possible you could open a new account on the app, but then when you try to do something like fixed deposits or target savings, you now have to visit the banking hall and start filling a form or start calling your relationship manager. So VBank, it's different in a way that we've been able to build in all these things, right from when you open your account, perform transactions, carry out your fixed deposits, even liquidation of your fixed deposits, requesting of debit cards, delivery of your debit cards and all that. Everything has been built into the same app, which means you can then now do all these services from the comfort of your home without having to perform one transaction on the app and then have to call someone to do other things. So this sets us apart from the competition.
Okay. So based on the past experience people have had with microfinance banks, there's a bit of worry about the security of their deposits. So can you enlighten us on what is the security in place for deposits that people make into VBank?
Okay, so there are two words that feature centrally in our product design and our offerings to customers. The first one is convenience. Convenience, of course, the solution or the app needs to be very convenient. The second one is security, which you just talked about right now. So we've built in multiple redundancies on the app, starting from the point the customer downloads the app to open a banking account with us. And from the time he initiates the transaction and up to the time he authorizes that transaction, we'll have ways and means we've implemented on the app to check and validate that this customer is actually the real owner of the account and he's using the authorized credentials to be able to perform that transaction. Then on the flip side of things, you mentioned we're a microfinance bank, and this means that we are licensed by the CBN, and we also stick to all the rules and guidelines issued by CBN from time to time. And then we're also insured by NDIC. This means as a Nigerian Deposit Insurance Commission. This means that customers' deposit is safe with us as insured. So we've covered it from the aspect of you transacting with us on the banking app and also you leaving your funds as deposits with us as a bank. Okay. And it's also good to mention that a lot of the fintechs out there might not even be licensed. So this gives us an edge, the license from CBN, to be able to offer a bit of confidence to customers with regards to their funds.
It's a major consolation that you're licensed, because I've not heard about people before, and I'm wondering how many of our viewers have heard about it. How long has it been in existence? Because that will give some form of assurance to people who would like to bank with you. And whether is it only operating within Lagos or across the country?
Okay, so in terms of how long we've been in existence, we've been in existence for close to 2 years. As a bank for close to 5 years. But the solution itself, the VBank app itself, was released around March last year. So this means we are like a year or over a year in terms of digital banking, VBank app on itself. In terms of reach as well, the app is available. Considering we're a digital bank or we operate as a digital bank, that means we are not physically restricted by the number of branches we have or the places we have presence. This means that regardless of whether you're in Lagos or outside of Lagos or even outside the country, you're able to download this app and register on it and open an account and start transacting with us. So we're not actually limited geographically within Lagos. This service can be accessed by customers regardless of their location.
Okay, so since the launch, you've done a recent upgrade of 3.0 update. So I'm wondering, was this in response to some glitches in the app, and in what way is it better now with the upgrade?
Oh, well, so when we launched the initial version of the app, we had the basic features that customers require to perform their transaction. But then in our drive to build a whole ecosystem for our customers, whereby you have all the transactions that normally take you out of your house, and from us listening to customers' feedback as well, when they reach out to us through call or through emails, we are then able to incorporate all the other features that will make using VBank a wholesome experience. For instance, the new app comes with the QR payments service, which allows our small merchants or small businesses or even individuals to generate the QR code and send to someone, and all the person needs to do is to scan the code and be able to make payments to them. This is good for businesses that don't want to be sending their bank account numbers to a lot of people. You can easily generate this code and display it on your social media page or send it out via social media or via WhatsApp or something. And the person just scans it and makes payment to you. We also have proximity payments, which enables you to make payment, like the name says, proximity. You can just search, just have the way Bluetooth works in mind. You can turn it on, search for people around you, select the person you want to pay, put in the amount, or you make payment to the person, and the person gets it instantly. There's no need to exchange account numbers as long as you guys are in the same location. I mentioned a bit about fixed deposit earlier. We also have that feature on this upgrade, which allows you to book your fixed deposit by yourself at any time. Put in the amount, put in the duration. The app shows you the interest you get. If you're okay with that, then you submit and your fixed deposit is booked for you, and it starts counting. And if you wake up the next month and you feel like even liquidating, taking your money back from the fixed deposit, you can also do this right from the app itself. All you need to do again is to log in, go to the fixed deposit feature, and liquidate the funds. You can even do pre-liquidation. Let's say you had 1 million fixed initially, and for some reason you need 500,000 out of it. You can just liquidate 500,000, and then the remaining keeps running and keeps accruing interest for you. We also have the feature we call card management. So you can also manage your cards, both your VBank cards and other bank cards. And by other bank cards, I mean you can actually add your other bank card on the VBank app and be able to pull funds from your existing bank account into your VBank account. This is a cool feature for people that just open new accounts with us using the app. You don't have to go and start stressing yourself to look for a banking branch where you deposit cash into your account. You can simply add your other bank card on the VBank app, and then from there pull funds from that account into your VBank app, and you can then start transacting with us. And then beyond that, you can even request for a VBank card right from the app, whether it's a physical card you want or a virtual card. They are both available. The difference is just that one comes in the plastic form that we are all conversant with. But then there's this virtual one that doesn't come in the plastic form, but it's still a real card. You can use it for transactions, especially online transactions. If you request for the physical card, we produce the card and deliver to your home or your office. But if it's a virtual card you request for, it's instant and it appears on your app, and you can then start transacting with it anytime you want. So as you can see, we have a lot of features, a lot of cute features on this new app, and you can't really experience the full magnitude of what we've done.
How many subscribers do you have right now?
Okay, so in a little over a year, we've been able to onboard close to or more than 300,000 users on the app. And this is a testament of the need for this kind of service in our environment today. And I also have to mention that this app was launched within the pandemic, so that was around March last year. And for us to be able to generate this kind of adoption of the service, it means it was actually introduced at the right time, and is actually filling a need for our customers, our banking customers in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Ohaiku, for shedding light on this VBank experience. We really appreciate it, and we hope that our subscribers have a better understanding, our viewers have a better understanding of what VFD Microfinance Bank have in store for them. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we bring in another guest. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So, joining us on the show now are two special guests. We have Sarah Chidebelu Eze, who is the head customer relationship management NIBBS, and Faith Akindele, the PTSA operations of the same company. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the show. So let me start with Sarah. Tell us who NIBBS is and what you do, and we're so excited about this NQR platform that you just recently launched. Tell us about it.
Okay, good morning and thank you for having us on the show. NIBS is the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. We are the shared service platform for the financial industry in Nigeria. So we have financial institutions connect to us in order to make the processes more efficient and, of course, reduce the cost of reduce costs generally for the financial institutions. NQR is the latest payment platform that has been introduced by NIBS. And we're really excited about this one because we know that it is supposed to, we expect it to make payments between merchants and customers simple and, of course, more efficient and, of course, cheaper. It's great innovation, and we expect a lot of good feedback and good adoption from the NQR platform.
Right.
Okay. So we have it says our own, we have like a specific, a peculiar financial climb or ecosystem in Nigeria where we have constant complaints about one thing or the other. In what way does NQR help us specifically in Nigeria? Faith?
So one of the, okay, Faith.
Okay, so the NQR would help the ecosystem that it provides a robust payment platform that delivers instant value for person-to-person and person-to-business transactions. That's one of the key benefits of NQR to the financial ecosystem. That also is very, very affordable for small businesses. So we have hawkers on the streets, people, small stores can actually make use of this. The NQR to make payments is very, very affordable and is going to really, really help the Nigerian ecosystem.
So I want you to explain how this system works. So you've already told us what NQR is about. You told us it's going to help small businesses, but how does it work? How can people participate and use it?
Sarah, would you like to take that, please?
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay, so NQR is designed to be very simple. It's first of all, you launch it right on your banking application, so you're not going outside of what you typically use in the market today. So you launch your banking application, you click on NQR, you scan a code similar to what you can see in my background, and then you input your PIN. It's that simple. It's scan and pay. That's how it works.
Faith, would you like to
add
this?
Instant credit to the merchant, which is an amazing thing for all merchants in the market today.
Oh, fantastic. Faith, would you like to add something to that?
Yes, so like she rightly said, so you scan and pay, very, very easy process. Then also for, as provided the bank is live on NQR, payers, customers can access the NQR feature on the bank's mobile app. And for business owners, they can get onboarded by the bank or any licensed financial service providers, or alternatively, they can as well self-enroll through the NQR mobile app on Google Play Store. So it's very, very easy. And credit is instant. So as customers, payers scan the QR code, the merchant or business owner gets instant value, credit into your account immediately. It's fast, it's safe, convenient. Thank you.
So it seems to me that this is for high-end businesses. Small, what exactly does a business need to have in place to be able to operate this system that you're talking about? Is it for every person? I'm selling shoe. Can I just be doing NQR?
Sarah, you want to start with that?
Yes, certainly. It's not just for the big merchants. It's for everyone, really. Everyone, small, big, everyone. I mean, if you can make transfers today to the salesperson on the street, this even makes it simpler because you don't need an account number. All you're doing is scanning that code. So as long as you have an account in the bank, you can receive payments using the QR code, the NQR.
What about making payments? How does it work for the other person? What
making
do you need
payments,
to have?
you would need to have, for making payments, you would need to have a mobile app, the mobile banking application of your bank. And once you launch that app, you would see NQR there, you click on it, and then you will be able to scan a code and make that payment.
Okay.
Very simple.
Yeah, so this takes away, you know, some people have the devices, the POS devices. Are you saying this takes that away and use your phones instead? Or is this another type of, or is there a type of device you can use?
Faith?
Okay, so the NQR is actually an alternate means of payment. You make use of your phone to scan. Like we earlier said, that you need to have your bank's mobile app installed on your phone. So you call up the NQR feature on the bank's mobile app, and you scan the QR code. So that's how easy it is from the word QR, quick response.
So if a business wants to participate, do they go to a website? Is there a phone number to call? How do you register to be part of, to benefit from the NBI?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead, Faith.
Yeah, beautiful. So for business owners, the business owners just need to, will be enrolled by their bank. So the bank will onboard any business owner on the NQR platform. Or alternatively, we also have the feature of where business owners can actually self-enroll. If you don't want to go to your bank or any licensed financial institution, you can also self-enroll by yourself using the NQR mobile app on Google Play Store.
Great.
So please, from the conversation we've been having, it's obvious the target is to provide ease in carrying out transactions. However, I want to just, there's a question I know many business owners would want to hear. Does this reduce the cost of business transactions, or would there be extra charges for business transactions done with the NQR code?
Sarah?
So currently, NQR platform is actually the most affordable payment platform in the market today. You can't find it any cheaper. You have costs as low as 50 kobo for transactions on NQR. You can't get that anywhere today. So it's actually quite affordable and would encourage everyone to come and use it.
Great. So is there anything else that is next for NQR that you want to tell us about before we wrap up?
Yes. So our plan is for us to get the NQR to the financially excluded customer segments. So we are working on the USSD variants for NQR, where customers will be able to pay for goods and services by just dialing a short USSD code. So that's coming soon from NIPS.
Fantastic. Stella, anything else you want to add to that? Sarah?
Well, you know, there's we also expect to see a lot of innovation around this.
Right.
It's a platform that allows people to create and create and create. So we expect to see lots of variants, lots of things around the QR platform. And of course, watch this space. You'll see lots of things coming out from this.
I think we have a question for you from Twitter.
Yes, Andrew in Twitter is asking that, can you open a VBank account from abroad.
Oh, they're no more Viva. Viva has left.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, that's all we can take. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll go on a break. Hopefully, Elijah will drink some tea.
Wake up.
Wake up. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So it's Thursday and it's our Listening Thursday. And we love to talk about family life on Thursdays. So this week, Rishi were trending. We had Regina Daniels' husband recently trended for saying that marrying multiple wives or multiple women helps save the economy. According to him, this prevents it prevents women from being promiscuous. You know, just it's good to have them plenty. And as we know, he has quite a few also. He has one initial one, he has one foreign one also, and he has all sorts. In a related story, our darling sister, Chioma, who we all together agreed, but yes, she's the one since 2017. She and Davido, we were very, all of us. He came to us in the Southwest. This is the wife I have brought from the Southwest, and we accepted her with taya, with open arms, as this is our wife. Just for him, we now saw things trending. Something else. Why would you behave like that? So these are just issues we are hearing. And I would like to bring this conversation to our viewers. First of all, is it a crime to fall in love with a rich person or to the celebrity? If you're a woman, would you accept the fact that the reality that this person that you're in love with, who happens to be a celebrity, very wealthy, you might not be the only one. And is that acceptable to us? Can we insist that rich men, famous men should be faithful? Can they be faithful? Must they, because of their wealth, spread the love around? This is our conversation today, because some of us are not happy. If the news of Davido is right, we're hoping by God's special grace and mercy that it is a publicity stunt. By God, because some of us are fasting on this matter, we are praying. It is a publicity stunt. But if by any trigger of peradventure, it is true. Our auntie Chioma we are Chioma's aunties, and we will not accept it. Anyway, let's go to Regina Daniels. So, what are your thoughts on this? Which one? Are we talking with Davido? Are we talking with Regina?
No, all of them. But you know, when you have laid cause, say, if I ever leave you, if I ever shit on you, do anything, water must carry me far away. I'm wondering, is Davido's house not in that Banana Island area? Is it the lagoon that wants to carry him far away on the Atlantic? Which one? Because I don't understand. Because there are different conspiracies around their own story in the papers, and it seems like maybe they are doing movie. Maybe this person is an actress. So
let's start with the Regina. We'll come back to Davido for a moment, but let's go back to Regina Daniels' husband, because he's not like Davido where they are still here. There's no marriage yet. Abi, they're still girlfriend. This one has married. Abi, I think he's married. Yes, so let's talk about the fact that he's married and he's saying polygamy. Having multiple wives is the way to go, because in that way you are lifting women out of poverty, especially when you can afford it. What are your thoughts on this, Mariam?
Empowerment program.
It's an empowerment program, yes, a Minister of Empowerment. Let me come to you, Mariam. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, when I heard it, I was like, Minister of Poverty Alleviation. Yes. I always say this, every marriage has its memorandum of understanding. So as long as you are clear and you're truthful from the beginning, that this is what I choose to do. I'm a rich, famous man. I'm a billionaire, and I can take care of you. When we were growing up, we had rich men who would come to you and say, I want to take care of you, and they'll meet your friend the next day, I want to take care of you. So we knew the taking care of, those ones that want to take care of you, their goal is to take care of people that they feel need financial help. And some men go ahead and marry them and marry a few of them. And he's saying he's one of those people. But also that the women who are going into these marriages are aware that that this is what they are going in for. So when you are aware and you have signed up to go into a marriage like that, then it will be uncalled for, and it will almost be annoying if we were to hear you complaining about the extra ones that will come behind you. Because we have heard of those women who come in as the third or fourth wife, being upset about the fifth or sixth wife. Until you came, you came after 1, 2, 3, and then you're, so as long as you're aware that this is what is on the table and you accept it, because we even have conversations where people are saying, see, all this love is not my problem. I just need a man that will take care of me. I have suffered enough. I want to take myself and my family out of poverty. And I'm looking for a rich man.
Thank you very much,
however he looks, however he speaks, however he behaves is none of my business.
Okay, so thank you, Mariam, for taking us there, because even the Regina Daniels herself hasn't complained.
Yeah.
So all of us, Deleru, we are the ones saying, how can he? But the girl involved hasn't complained that the man has extra excess. She's fine, just like you said. If it's your decision, accept it wholeheartedly. Why are we the ones worried about this issue?
Actually, I'm not worried about the issue. I just feel that this should inspire more women to aspire to be billionaires. Because don't marry my sister, don't marry my daughter because you want to help my daughter, because my daughter is already a billionaire. She does not need your help. The reason this kind of statement can happen is because he's rich and he wants to help those that don't have a lot.
There's a need.
There's a need.
A good Samaritan.
And he's being a cheerful giver. My own feeling is there are many more ways to help. There are many more ways to contribute to alleviating poverty in the society. There are many more. And because if you look at the quality of life, yes, it's giving Regina Daniels a very good quality, like a very young girl. But when we don't attach value to money, and people just blow because they had intimate knowledge of a rich man, for me, you cannot replicate that success. I'd rather hear stories of how you are empowering people to build businesses, because that's the real poverty alleviation. And then it's just very annoying that in my mind, I'm like, Tokwe, you gotta be a billionaire, man. You just have to show these men how to spend this money when they have it, how to impact society positively, and how to change their world for good. It is not by philandering, it's not by having multiple children by different women from different races, because guess what, he has multiple races that have given him different children. That's not what you do with money. That's not how you spread the money. That's not how you alleviate poverty. We need to have more rich people that have...
But do you know, I'll come to you, Nima, in a second, because we said earlier about the fact that the government was giving out 10,000 naira to a community, and this is how that's how we are, just give them money. But you see, I think our rich men need to start having a different way. How do we really impact society? Which is what you brought us to. So imagine somebody takes a community like Ikosiketu now, a rich man. I'm a rich billionaire, Muriah Falawi Brown, the richest woman in Africa. So, and I go to Lagos State government. I want to adopt Ikosiketu as my constituency. This is my constituency. Give me Ikosiketu for 5 years. Now, I own Ikosiketu. I'm going to ensure I build factories in Ikosiketu. I'm going to build infrastructure, make sure that there's a power plant, that everybody in Ikosiketu have free electricity. And I ensure the educational sector in that Ikosiketu, I develop it. Because I am the most,
and I employ the Ikosiketu people in my factory. So they have
if you go to live in Ikosiketu, there's a system that I build because I am using that money. Now you build an entire system from Ikosiketu alone.
And then?
And then your women, your daughters are empowered. They don't have to go and marry somebody like Mr. Regina. What's the man's name, sir? What is it? I keep calling him Regina Daniels' husband. What's his name? Mr. Daniels.
No, Okoko is Ned Okoko.
Ned Okoko, God bless you.
Ned
Okoko, yes.
I think he was former senator.
Yes,
former senator Ned Okoko is old school. It's from my grandfather's generation, where my grandfather had to marry. No, I'm saying mentality. Because empowerment of women those days was by marriage and multiple children, so that you have your own children. My grandmother had her own farmland space where our children and her would till, and they will harvest, they will bring home, grandfather would check over it, they will share, and it was empowerment, so that she made sure our children were not hungry. and that one they dealt with it like that. So maybe that's because that's the only form of empowerment that Nedwoko is explaining. From what he's saying, that's what he's explaining. So I marry you, I take care of you and your needs, I've empowered you. You can ask for money. You have a right to now say, okay, monthly allowance of 1 million, I can buy Kayamata of 2 million on your bill, you know.
Imagine that. She went to buy
5 million.
5 million Kayamata.
5 million naira Kayamata on his bill. And so, even the marketer of the Kayamata was just going to, yes, sir. Just arrived.
So this video. So I did she and the vendor sat down together. She gave the vendor $10,000. Bam. The girl was holding it, used as a fan. Talking about, so while they're talking, she was bringing out all the beads. One bead, like 500,000 naira. This is the wife. One bead, 500,000 naira. So she bought 3, that's 1.5 million naira. Then she the other chocolates, all this Kayamata. While they were doing that, Uncle comes in, the senator, the former senator, the husband came in. Oh, sorry, the husband came in. And as I was coming in, the vendor was like, oh, welcome, sir.
Before.
Sir. I'm like, hey, Father Lord.
You'll be smiling from ear to ear, as in, from ear.
Okay. As in, I can't hide my shock. I didn't see that video.
Oh, I saw it.
Then Regina could afford that.
First of all, this is another side of the story. And from the
way...
We're
showing the wealth.
Yeah. So, no, apart from showing the wealth, there's a marketing that goes on about Kayamata where it's supposed to help you keep your man or steal someone's man. So she has gotten into a place where they're competitors. And she has found something for her to make sure that she keeps her space. And I think that's what that's about. But now I'm talking about empowering women and saying, you teach me how to spend. They know how to spend their money. They spend it on the things that they like, and they like women. So in the olden days, in the olden days, men would daughters will be given out to very rich men so that the community will benefit from that marriage. Countries were formed, alliances between countries were formed through marriages. So women have always been used in that way. But now, the difference is that then it used to be forced on you. You didn't have a choice, but now it's a choice. Women are growing up from their 18, 21, whatever, and they're saying, you know what, I prefer this. This is what I want from this person. And many women have empowered themselves beyond just buying Kayamata things. Some people have started businesses, some people have opened companies, some people have employed people. I would not advise that sort of marriage. I don't find it appealing in any way. But people have built lives based on that sort of marriage.
So staying on that, Mariam, so if that's the objective, can it be for the greater good? Where you're doing it for your community. So Regina Daniels, for example, is not just buying Kayamatas and building houses. She's actually using that money for her entire family and to all members of their entire wider community. I'm sure she's probably doing that.
But the point is that don't have. So our society, but she's done well for her mom, because you know that was my first opportunity of knowing her was when she did the house for her mom, the car for her mom. It was kind of like, this young girl, what did she buy this?
Her husband did it for her mom.
Yeah, well, by extension. At the time she wasn't even married yet when she launched the house, small girl, big God kind of thing. And I feel that we have sold this narrative to so many young women that they are, as a young girl with a brain, your brain is so powerful, and what you want to use your brain to do is to clean up your body so that you would appeal to a billionaire. And that's your life ambition. I am sorry. There is a lot more you can contribute to this world with what God has deposited in you. So you see many girls that will take injections. They will do all sorts of body repair so that they would appeal to these billionaires. We just need to provide other options for people on how to acquire wealth.
Okay, someone said to me that when we were discussing the Chioma's own side of things, that it's a lifestyle she's chosen, that some girls, you know, date a rich guy, gets pregnant and have a child, baby mama is a business. And that she's happy and we're worried that, you know, she knows that it will not pass that point. That, you know, and a lot of women don't move beyond that point and they're fine. Just to add to what Okpa is saying, that, you know, for some women, dusting off your body and starting is business. Having a child, so you get maintenance from a big man is business. And I know this particular trade of having a child for a big man is as old as time. But they used to be called Iyawo, because they say, you will be made to do certain traditional things as regards marriage, you know, or what they call the momi moye. You will end at momi moye. That's the introduction to the family. You show up at the family. You don't just pick up the girl as a mistress, get her pregnant and she's going. You show up. Somebody amongst the family or your family, even if it's your driver, will know that this is your side somebody. So that at your, there's always that kind of neat arrangement. But this is what that happens now, where they call it runs and all of that.
But Chioma was properly introduced. Remember, there was an introduction. So though there's no physical marriage, there's a whole video with proper info, and there was a song to her name. So we're not see that Davido matter. I think we should keep the Davido matter to Friday because we would.
We should wait until Davido
let us hear from Davido. Let us not jump to conclusion. Let's give the benefit because I trust Davido will never
what are we carrying?
No, he can't do that. No, I'm sure he'll come back. It's just all those away matches. He'll be back home because we know that. Let's not talk about.
But you see, for me, another thing is many of young girls nowadays rush to social media to validate their relationships. But what validates your relationship is the commitment between both of you. Is the marriage. But you rush on social media and post my bae, my boo. He has not wife you. You are posting my bae, my boo. The next thing, your relationship breaks up. You are kissing online. He's touching everything online. He's bae, your boo. You don't have a ring, So your social media post does not validate your relationships.
Yeah, but we have non-introduction. Moving on to, I have a call from Nike. Nike, are you there?
Hello, Mariah. Good
morning. Hi, Nike. Good to have you.
Good morning, Tim Tokwe. Good morning, Miriam. Good morning, Ajia.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm a first-time caller. Anyway, I'm happy to you guys today. I'm watching you now. But yes, concerning this comment by the so-called Senator Ned Nwoko.
Yes.
Personally, I'm disgusted by the Regina Daniels thing because this is a small girl and it shows the moral decadence in the society.
Sure.
How can we be encouraging things like that even going on social media? You bought KMata of 5 million naira when somebody needs just 100,000 to survive. And this man is saying that he's empowering women. Are women properties? Are women things he's seen as, they need help? Let me just marry them and give them help. I think such comments should be cautioned about such comments. When you marry a woman, you should love the woman. She's not a property. And she's not an item you should just have in the house. That when you need money, ask me. When you need this, ask me. People should be more. I mean, if we in this Nigeria, if we have 10 of Ned Nwoko that can do things for the society, instead of marrying small girls, his children's age mates.
Right. Thank you very much. We just called Nigeria the United States of Dangote. He's everywhere, Dangote. We need more of those kind of people to do more things. So he might have like a 10 or 15 Dangotes across the country. Maybe things will be different. Mariam.
Yes. I like the angle that she brought because sometimes when we look at this and we look at like a billionaire and we say, okay, because he has a lot of money to share maybe, but then we also have regular people who barely have anything. And when you go to meet them for, let's say you're looking for a job or you just need their help and it will become and meet me somewhere. So it has now become a mentality that has now moved to, okay, I'm actually doing it for marriage. But it's really about that thing we do even from the basic level, where a student comes to a lecturer and she's saying, I'm having issues with my grades. Is there a way you can help me? And it's come and meet me, somewhere. So that is that mentality. And this sort of marriage has now caused, there's a value chain to it. So now this sort of arrangement has now caused the Kayamata market explosion to the fact that we're sitting there and we're openly discussing how you can take other people's men and how you can keep someone down, how the person can spend on you in such a way that he's unaware of what he's doing. So that's deceitful and almost stealing because he's not supposed to be aware that he's doing all these things for you.
Now.
So that thinking, that mentality, our last caller is right. We need to stop that. There are different ways to help people. There are different ways to help women. But then we know we live in a time where women make their choices, and that's the truth. There used to be a time, feminists fought for these things, where a woman is supposed to be able to make her own choice and choose where she wanted to be or who she wanted to be with and how she wanted to be. And now, after that, we have a time where people are choosing to go back to what we thought was oppressive.
Let me take this call. Good morning. Because Regina is an adult.
Yes.
Good morning, Hassan. Are you there?
Good morning, Morayo.
Thanks for calling your live.
Good morning, members of the panel. Look, there's an issue here. We are talking about society generally. How degrading, how depreciating our society has become in Nigeria about money. And people are getting into marriage without law. Men are looking for money anyhow in order to marry beautiful women. And beautiful women are getting into the homes of men they don't even love. So the risk is two sides. You are keeping a woman you knew in the inner side of you that she's living with you because of the money, not because she loves you. You are at risk. The same thing with the woman sleeping with a man she doesn't love. Look, nothing differentiates you from sleeping with a prostitute because no any strings attached. On both sides, both the woman and the man. And that is why we are having problems. There is a social dislocation in our society. You see people marrying with money, but they want a law. How do you get law? And a lot of parents nowadays look at all these artists. One, before Davido, the parents are looking at him in this level, impregnating their daughter 2 times with children there, and they are proud of it. That tells you about the materialism that's becoming the order of the day. People have thrown caution to the wind. They don't care. What they do is the money. They're washing money. Let us pray this money doesn't kill us. May God help us.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Hassan.
Thank you to Hassan. Because I wanted to answer what you said. Regina is at least an adult. Beyond Regina being an adult, is her mother who's supposed to be a guardian or a parent. And we know that even in Nigeria, we have the tradition of your family being consulted in any marriage arrangement. Is it that everybody puts head the same place or how? I don't understand. That nobody in the family, even the father, when he was complaining, it was because of the money that was flying around. All this rain, all this naira that is raining, I will not get. It will not rain in my own compound. Do you understand? It was for me. It's not the level of immaterialism. It's the level of poverty that would, poverty of the mind, that would get a family to that point. I remember when we were young. My sister would kill me for this. She was on IT in a particular firm, and the boss, the way the bosses usually do the young girls, they just called her, have this for your weekend. And my sister would go to her office and open it, and it was a 50,000 naira bundle for her weekend. Excitedly, she came home with it.
Father?
My father wasn't even around. It was my mom. And I soak her. And God forbid, in my house. When we were broke now, 50,000, I will slap you. And it was a crazy weekend until Monday morning. She was made to return the said bundle. Say, oh God, this for the weekend. I'm too small for this kind of weekend bundle, My mom questioned that. You didn't even question.
Nima, thank you for taking us there. Because I want us to bring this conversation, because I wanted to bring conversation home. Where are our parents? Where are the adults? Where are the counselors? Where are those aunties that will direct us? Where are they? Everybody's quiet. When it's season where, mind your business, face your front. So it's like we're seeing young girls being portrayed as properties, as elements to remove out of poverty, as people you can just, after introduction, disrespect you outrightly. And we're just all moving on like nothing happened. Okay, listen, it's not me. Is that where we are as a society? Or where are the adults? Where are the parents in this conversation?
Mariah, we have allowed noise. We have allowed noise drown out the truth. We have allowed flamboyance drown out values and the substance that we should have. So I grew up having that experience. Someone gave me a phone. And it was my boyfriend and my mom knew, and I did not take it, and I told him he needed to come and give my parents because it just didn't work. Yet we have now parents telling their children, don't you know how your mates are getting it? That's why you being dull. So we have allowed the noise of the world drown out what should be the truth of our values, and until we go back to it. And the truth is there, but there's so much noise. So we need to now deliberately start looking for who is saying the truth.
Let me take this call from Blessing. Blessing, are you still there?
Yes, please.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
Okay. One thing I just want us to know is that for all of you there, your parents, right? Yes. You have your girls there. Yeah. Okay. I said for all of you there, you have your girls at home.
Yes.
You have your girls at home. And there is a way you are bringing them up. One thing I want you to please discuss on this station is about birth control. We've lost it. Birth control is very, very important. You see people having children they cannot take care of. That is a very, very important. Please, Mariah.
Thank you very much. Birth control definitely is something we need to talk about, and we certainly will take your advice on that and bring it as a topic. Mariam, I want us to end up on this segment, and I'd like to hear your final words.
Okay, so, you know, I just like what you said about when you ask where are our parents, and this question does not only come up with things, I mean, in this situation. I remember when we were talking about Invictus OB and Hush Puppy, the question was really, where are the parents? And I would not forget, I would forever in my mind remember the social media trends, which a lot of people were saying, my father actually encouraged me to do this, or my father said to me, your friend is doing it, they did not catch him, why would they catch you? So our parents, where they are, their hands are deeply inside this sort of money. Their mouths are covered with greed and selfishness. They don't even care about the welfare of the child. They only care what that child can bring to them. I've given birth to you, so how do you pay me back? You know, we have a culture where we've had, you know, even churches are talking about it. The parent is sitting there and expecting, after you're done with school, that you should bring an amount of money back. You're working as a political officer or a politically exposed person, and you're expected to misuse your office, steal from your office to come and settle your parents and your community, something that is expected. So it is all over now. It's not just with marriages, it's everything that we do. We're all greedy, we're all selfish, we're all materialistic.
I mean, so I think we have to wrap up on this topic, but it's something that we're going to have to keep talking over and over again. We all have experience where our father, I mean, I know my father has beaten up a guy in front of not to beat him, but he slapped his face. He came to the gates to come and look for me at 7 p.m. I will never forget that day. He came outside, who are you looking for? He slapped the guy.
No respect.
So those are the parents we grew up with. Those are the values we had. But now,
we still have those parents, Mariah, but they've
been drowned, as you said. They've been drowned.
They're not the cool parents.
And
they don't know what's up.
We don't value them. Please, value your
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up on this. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we started the conversation last week. Would you like to conclude today? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So last week, we had a conversation on how to help teenagers who are addicted to adult movies and films, how to help them get over it. So we spoke to a psychologist. But on the show today, we have a tech expert, Mobolaji Moshood, who's going to help parents understand how to protect their wards from online predators and even online content that is inappropriate for youngsters. Good morning, Mr. Moshood. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show. So thanks for reaching out to us from last week. And okay, we're having a bit of lagging. Can you hear me now, please? Hello, sir. Okay, Mr. Moshood.
Yes, I can, very well.
Great. So let us start. Tell us exactly how you can help parents.
I can hear you.
Great. Tell us how you can help parents to understand all the various tricks we can adopt to prevent our children from getting adult content online. We might need to do a phone call.
Yes.
So maybe we should go on a quick break and then Hello, sir, are you there? Like, we're having network issues. I think we're going to have the producers call you so we can have a phone call. All right, let's go on a break. Okay. So while we're trying to get that disconnected, let's go back to this topic on the adult content. I know you are very techie also. What measures have you done so far?
It's not about techie, because what I realized was that even as much as I felt like I was techie, the kids are very, very smart. My kids now, they knew how to delete their search history. So it was, they could delete their search history. I'll check and I would not see anything they searched for, and I'm wondering, is it possible you did not search for anything? So what we just did was to take away technology from them. They are still, for me, that was just it. So since they are not in online school anymore, the moment they resumed back into proper school, I took out internet from them. So you have the laptop, but you cannot go online except if you want to check anything online, it is with my phone in my presence, because I think that's my approach for now. That all my kids are less than 10. So you guys are. I still need to be on ground, micromanage the situation for as long as possible until I can let go and be sure that you have all that it takes to stand on your own with the lessons I've dropped in your mind. So that's my solution, because I've had that level of, I've had a scare, and I mentioned it last week, and I did not want to ever be in that situation.
For me too, my kids are really smart, but what is happening, I thank God for my daughter. She talks. So when with my kids, what I found is that I've had to tell them, there used to be a time when they would go into the office and do their schoolwork, but because of all these sort of things, when they're meant to be in school, my son is forming chat groups, he's talking with friends, they're talking about games and things like that instead of schoolwork. And then I'll come to check and I will not say anything. My daughter says, you know, he deletes his chat history. It's like, yes, this is how he does it. I'm like, oh. So I lean on her to give me the gist. And then because he gets upset that she tells me the gist, he tells her own too. So that's one way that we're handling it. But I really would like to find out other ways to do it, you know, more efficiently. What I now do is now they're in the house, and we have their laptops facing us while we're walking past. We're able to quickly just glance and see what they're going. That's what we're doing. They're so smart.
All right, so I'm told Mr. Mashood is on the phone. Good morning, Mr. Mashood.
Good morning, Mario. How are you today?
Yeah, very good. So unfortunately, we really wanted to have you on Skype so that we can actually see some demonstrations. But go ahead, let us know what are the things that we can adopt as parents to help us protect our children from adult content.
Okay, thank you, Mario, and the team for having me this morning. I think like every other endeavor, we always start with the people. Just like technology has actually big cycles. We talk about people, process, then before they will understand this better. And this is what I'm going to start with, and I'll break down, you know, for us who are the layman, you know. The people evolve. What does that mean in two strings, if I may just break it down, is to say that who want to use
Okay, we cannot hear a word you're saying, Mr. Mashood. The devil is a liar. This thing will find out this information because
we need to learn.
Every parent needs to learn. So I think we might have to cut you off. We'll put together a better platform. Maybe we'll have to bring you over.
Yeah.
Because this is something every parent needs. So unfortunately, we didn't hear a word you said. It's not clear at all. Technology, the spirit of the enemy have sent it today. But don't worry, we'll bring you physically to the show because these children must get protected. So I have to disconnect that call. But let's go back to you're going to say something concerning what measures have you put in place so far?
Measures. There's no password. And then I have this first child that is extremely fast and overset is worrying. My neighbor will say, oh, God, alarm. Too much wisdom. You know, on Sunday I had an emergency, and as I was leaving, the brother was crying. So I dropped the password for this, so he can be watching cartoon. Because she won't change the channel. She's a science fiction child. She will insist on and the poor boy just wants to see fast cars running. And she will not allow him. So stay in they will be changing the TV up and down the house. And I put the password on this one. She called my girl, said, Sayinla, I know the first two digits. Can you give me the last two? And this is something I've guarded. I guide as in told my mother, like, you can't password that. And she dropped the first two correctly.
My children
she's just waiting for me to, like, there'll be another day I would have put the first two, and she'll be acting foolish and she'll catch the next two.
Yes.
So the speed with which she does her own now just makes me...
There's this thing in Minecraft. I don't know, is it good? The kid, my son is addicted to it.
Minecraft. I
don't know.
Good.
He's constantly on Minecraft. I mean, he can be there all day, my son.
No,
it's a game. And there's a guy, it's an adult kind of leading them through the game. I mean, I have a problem
I think
with that.
the person already plays the game and then gets them to learn how that person... What you say about this password, I'm going to tell you. My son knows everybody's password. If you come to my house and you stay a few minutes, he'll figure it out. He'll walk around you. My mom, when she came, she got her phone. And then because of his... She wanted my brother to do something. She said to him in Hausa the password. My mom said, do you know this boy? She didn't know at the time. Was asking her numbers in Hausa. And then he now told her later, I said, I now know what your password is.
Imagine that.
So he heard what she said in Hausa.
Heard what
he now came back
and then
to
now
ask.
said, please, can we do numbers in Hausa? And then he got it.
This
is what we're dealing with. Yes, so this is what we're dealing with.
I've noticed that,
and that's why
Lola now resorted to this AI whatever. Because when I come back and they sing some songs, I'm like, they are not allowed this channel.
Yeah, where
did
they get let me take this call from Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
I'm there.
Yakub, Hassan has overtaken you in this call. You're number one. Hassan is now number one. You're not number two.
It's not true. It's because we are using two lines now. But at the same time, everybody has his opportunity to contribute to the program.
No problem.
I haven't said that. Morayo, you see, you have said it all. The technology does not give us opportunity to listen to your guests. I would like you to bring on that very particular man to the studio. You know why? Why? Because Morayo, our heads want to lie to ourselves. We have a lot of work to do at home. You see these children, sometimes they can hide something in their phone. You will never know where it is. Even if you collected that Android, you will keep searching for it. You will never get to see it. Because these children, they are so wise to the extent that even sometimes, if I'm pressing my phone, without my children even closer to me, they will know my code. They will just carry the phone. I will be surprised. How do you get the code that I use? He said that I just look at you from afar, and then I know where you press. You look at that. So the answer that we're giving to these children, for the fact that it has the advantages, it still has a lot of disadvantages. That is why the reason why you need to bring this man into the studio is possible on Monday. Because tomorrow I know that we always discuss about all these celebrate and all that. Please work it out. Bring the man on the studio on Monday.
You're very good. See, guys, there's something that Mariam said earlier that I think we didn't pick up on. When she said that when we're growing up, you know, our parents didn't. There was that talk of, don't let your child go and do it outside. I'd rather the man come in. Let us even see what they are doing. So they will allow the children to let the boyfriends. Let me even know who the boyfriend is. Same thing here. Instead of allowing the child to go and use the internet, let me see what you're doing. But even as you're allowing them, they are still getting smarter.
Yes.
So the question therefore is, how do we outsmart them, or just like you have said, totally remove it until they're mature enough? Because they said the modern parenting is like, expose your children to technology. It's the modern times. Let them see, let them know what's going on. Their colleagues, their counterparts abroad in Japan are creating all sorts of applications at this time. But they do that at what extent?
But the counterparts in Japan are also having game addiction.
Yes.
Many of them have major game addiction. They have masturbation issues. They have pornography issues. They have something phobia, like they cannot do without being on the phone or on the screen, that they are having to find new ways to deal with the issues that came from being exposed excessively to technology. Right. So every good thing has a side effect.
Exactly.
Let's not resort to that, because nowadays, while we were younger, we didn't have TV 24 hours all day. We had it was 6 p.m., later 4 p.m., but now kids can watch TV morning till night. It is not good. It's not normal for children. I'm like, the children should go outside, just go and run around outside. That's the reason we moved, so that you have compound. Go and play. We must reduce this on the phone, on the laptop, watching TV. They are always watching, not thinking.
My son used 40 gig 1 week. 1 week, 40 gig, 10,000 naira. I said, bro, I have to call him yesterday. I said, Uncle, come here. Is it only Minecraft? What's your problem? Like, no, mommy, I'm on IXL. Like, which IXL have you used? Because you did IXL.
How many?
Yes. Minecraft. So is that we have to find a way to monitor how they use and measure how they use it.
Yeah. So before the lockdown, very passionate about football. He was doing so well, even played for school. I remember. Now he says he wants to be a gamer. Because we have locked down, we haven't been going to stadium. All he does is being on his phone. That he wants to be a gamer, and why? So that I can play game and I can make money from it. And it annoys me because this is a child who is naturally just an outdoor person, likes to be out and athletic. But now, because of lockdown, and so it's making me think that should I put this fear and scare for COVID, aside and just find him something to do?
Let me take Sabina from Jos. Sabina, are you there? I'll come to Nima.
Yes, I'm here. Good
You're
morning.
Live. Morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Yeah, the topic is quite interesting, and we have an issue right now with such an issue with an 8-year-old boy who has been going off site. He goes to other sites and says that because there are issues surrounding him, this boy has been watching sites of suicide and the rest. You understand? So my advice this morning to parents is that instead of those phones we give them, why don't we buy books and ask those children to make summary of those books? Let's have a pally with them. Let's have, the father and the mother have a pally. Let the children make, instead of leaving them all day long with those gadgets. They are there, some of the gadgets. The
books what?
Sabina, thank you very much. Well, you're right, books. Somebody gave my daughter 12 books within 7 days.
To finish. Yes, that's it. That's how my
read before. So I'm looking for who to transfer these books to because somebody gave us. By who to transfer it?
Okay, so I think what we should we can create a book club. So I'll also buy 12 and then we swap. We swap again. So that we don't.
In my house, nobody. I mean, everybody reads. My children read, and they read so fast. They read fast now because they're supposed to be gadget at the end of the reading. He will get a book and he's done, and he will tell you.
And he will tell you the story.
Because I say to them, they must do it. Sorry, I say to them that they must do it. I want a summary. So we do all that writing, but they're supposed to be gadget at the end of this. I will hurriedly do it so I get to that place.
Yes, writing is what we will finish with Madam. She has a book now. A psychologist gave me, the educational psychologist gave me a gift sometime to help me get her disconnected from gadget addiction, and so she's doing that now. She has to write her daily activity and all of that every day, and fortunately she's doing it on her own. She's happy doing it. But what I noticed I did, and I don't think it's perfect, because I think parenting is all of us experimenting, hoping that the result turns out right. I decided to get her over-engaged in academic activities. So even on weekends, she's not at home. She's learning so fast. She can have, and her spare time, she loves to teach. So the board is there. I leave the marker for her. And her poor brother is a student by force. Learn, and that gets me, get them off the tabs in the house first. I don't think it's perfect. I think they need to play around. But the biking also, she's overdoing it. She learned to bike. She's the fastest. Everybody on the street knows her because she'll bike to their gate and compete with cars. I'm tired of it. I'm just thinking.
So that's another solution.
Stay school 24/7.
Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there? Hello.
Morning.
Michael, are you there from the UK? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, very quickly. I'm listening to your conversation now, but just want to give a couple of advice to parents. There are apps you can put on every device you've got in your household that will block out any adult content or anything that has to do with adult that kids are not allowed to see. Some of them are free online and some of them you need to pay for. And that's what we do over here. And to just block out anything that kids are not allowed to see.
Thank you very much, Michael. So that's why I wanted to bring in our technical experts. He was going to tell us all those applications that we can use to block out these. So we'll try to bring it out sometime next week.
Another challenge we're having is as parents, we're getting busier. The busy parent syndrome means that you are not the one raising your child as much, So yesterday I had to let my kids stay up till like 10 because I realized by the time I got home, went on live on Facebook, went online on Instagram, I did a live class. Then I told myself, it's 9 o'clock. how many minutes have you spent with your children today? So now you're going to be hurrying them to bed. Let them stay. So at least just know that. Let them stay late. There's no school, but you spend time. This busy parent syndrome needs to, and I think a lot of men delegate that it's a woman's thing, but a child needs both parents to be all-rounded, well-developed. So even if you cannot give all your time, let's be committed to give some of our time and pay attention to these children. And more importantly, verbally affirm your child to make them feel they are very important. Because children now assume, mommy is always so busy. Oh, mommy, don't bother mommy, she's busy. No, daddy, you know daddy when he's already busy. Then we now need to make them know that, because that's how important things will skip you, because they are assuming you are busy. So affirm your children to understand if it is important, always tell me. Anything, tell me.
Thank you for reminding me something, because a few days ago my son wasn't feeling well, and I think he had told me that, mommy, when I swallow my ear hurts. And I said, oh, okay, I'll see what I can do. I totally forgot. The next day he went somewhere, and then somebody checked his temperature and saw it was high, and they called me that your son is not feeling well. He came home and I checked his temperature and I saw it was high. I said, why didn't you tell me? Why did you have to wait to go outside? He said he thought I would just know. He thought that when I saw that, he mentioned it to me yesterday and I didn't say anything. I just thought I was busy. That hit me like a rock. Like, okay. So I didn't pay attention. Yes, he told me and I just brushed it off. So that's part of the busy parent syndrome. We need to pay extra attention. We need to make that conscious effort.
A very important issue in both parents doing their role. And I see my husband failing when it comes to emotional business. You know, my girl is a girl, and she's a daddy's girl, just like I was. And when she's emotional, my husband can't deal. Even me, I dare not cry in an argument with my husband. I lose the argument because he will just flip. He can't deal with emotions. And when his daughter now gets to that point, you get up there. She comes back to me and that is so nice. When I try to say, I beg. Yeah. You know, there's that connection that he misses, and I'm always trying to push him to see.
But you had that with your dad.
Idris, are you there?
Hello.
From Kaduna, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So, luckily to get people for the first time, I have decided.
Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. So, if not, I was saying that maybe people don't want to pick us from the north.
No.
But thank God I got it for the first time. So, your people's topic this morning, the two topics, the one I met was so interesting. The one before this one.
Yes.
I could have also hinted a little bit on it before hitting on this. You see? Yes, like people say, marrying many wives, it depends on how you people look at it, or how the subject matter person look at it. It's not really matter that you marry many wives that you at least you will be okay. No. Some people even have one, and there are still some fish. So at least it depends on how you handle it. That will give you the success in that matrimonial journey. So that is by the way. So you see this very one that people are just discussing as well. I'm quite interested to be part of this. That is this parental guidance. Let us just put it this. It's the right time for us to inculcate this system into our school curriculum. So that all those things that we are hiding here and there, it shouldn't be there again. Why did I say so? If we as a parent can able to have this conversation with our child, and the teachers themselves also, we also give them, at least they have two ways now, they will understand it more. Because this Android, in fact, you are in the world of technology today, it has exposed many things. That is why most of the children now, even the adults, they use it negative. They're not using it the positive side. So look at what the negative are causing us now. That's what we are facing. So this topic is good for us.
Thank you very much, Idris. Thank you very much. Let's take a few tweets and we run off.
So
yes,
Andrew in Streatham says, do you guys remember Edward Snowden, the American who ran away to live in Russia? He used Tail OS, that's operating system, I'm guessing. There are some operating systems that can outsmart kids. It's Tail OS. This operating system is invisible and can be installed on a USB key. Tails OS is very good. You can use it to monitor internet usage invisibly. And Ehi, in response to the good that you're doing, Mariah, it says you're an angel. No, you're an archangel. Testify. The surrogacy. And then
the surrogacy. April Fool, April Fool. I know I'm an archangel, but but the surrogacy story was an April Fool. I was going to say it at the end of the show, but thank God I forgot to say it. Please, I would love to be a surrogate, but unfortunately, nobody has asked me at this time. But that was just an April Fool commented. There was nothing like that. Abi,
Okay,
you guys fall for it. You didn't fall for it. Obviously, you kind of suspected.
Well,
I didn't suspect. I actually felt flat.
Nima fell for it. I saw her face like, whoa. So I decided I would leave her to
The kids were already caring my persons. Your kids are truly smart, just like we have in most children of this age. Parents can hardly keep up. Even for me as a stay-home mom, it's tasking and keeping an eye on my 7-year-old, not to mention her teen brothers and sisters. I try to regulate though, saying, you know, we're doing well.
Okay, we have to run, unfortunately.
There are many tweets on
go ahead,
Emmanuel, let me take. Ned is actually helping the society now. There's this statistical myth that women are 3 times more than men and need to get married one way or the other. Let's wait and see what will happen after he's gone. Regina is securing her future kayamatically.
So let me have to run. But if you guys were single and there's a rich man who's been married before asking you out, would you say yes or no?
No.
Truthfully, truthfully, where you are, the man is very wealthy, and he's saying, listen, he'll get you a house in VI Banana Island.
He's already married.
The question is, I had to run.
I had a poor professor, and then I had a rich man.
Yes.
And the poor professor, I cannot do. I'll be like number 7. The rich man, I felt his marriage was beautiful, so I worked at making the marriage work. I just cannot do breaking up somebody's home. That's what I cannot do.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on the show today. Oh, I've been told not to say unfortunately again. Fortunately, we have to wrap up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.